Well, hello and welcome back to Persona 3 Portable. It's that time. That's that one episode in every Persona game in which we do a certain thing, and that is create a bunch of Persona using fusion and cards and all that kind of good stuff. So we're gonna start out with Jack Frost and Dia. I believe we have access to all of these now, and there's really no point for me to not get started on this. I'm going to be using a combination of cards and fusion to do this, and I'm just going to go through them. I'm going to try and cut out all the superfluous stuff, like all the extra nonsense, like we don't care. So let's talk about Dia, and actually let's head back in here because to make Dia we have to get a Pixie. Well, I actually have a Jack Frost, but I don't have Dia on that Jack Frost. So in order to fuse Jack Frost originally, you want to get Unicorn, which is this persona, and you want to get Pixie, there she is. And one of the things about Pixie here is you can see in the bottom right, it says skill card level 4, Dia. Well, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and just summon Jack Frost. I actually have Dia on me that I have already... Let's go ahead and just grab Jack Frost here. Yep, that'll work. But I actually already have that persona, I think at level, she's level 12 now. So, yeah, actually totally worth it. Let's get out of here. And then for this one, we're just gonna go into, we're gonna go into items, and we're just going to use the Dia card that I picked up on Jack Frost. And I think this is the easiest way to do it. At this point, I think she just needs to be level 4 to learn that card, or to give you that card. And it takes all of one battle and the higher floors to get her up to a crazy level. So, all right, we've completed a quest. You have a Jack Frost with Dia, I see. Well done. Your reward for this is a special type of armor. If you wear this, your appearance will change considerably. I think you may enjoy the outcome. Let me be clear though, my tastes in clothing don't run that way. Please take this as your reward. And we get the battle panties. This is a great start to this episode, by the way. Anyway, the next quest is going to be a Valkyrie with Tarukaja. So let me go ahead and grab the persona. Okay, persona grabbed. So let's go ahead. For this one, we are going to fuse Fornius. And this one here, Yomotsu Shikome. To create Valkyrie with Tarukaja. If you don't get Tarukaja in the mix of skills here, I believe Fornius gives you the Tarukaja card at one of their levels. So you just fuse one of those, you'll be fine. And it'll give you the Tarukaja card. All right, so there we go. And we've got Valkyrie. So just make sure, obviously, with all the leveling up here, that she doesn't lose the Tarukaja. Make sure you keep it. No. Also, keep that dodge slash on her. I think we're gonna need that later. Okay. So is she finally done? Oh, and we got a power slash card from her. Very nice. But we are done there, so let's go ahead and exit back out of here. And then we just go into the compendium. I see that you've brought Valkyrie with the skill Tarukaja. A fine specimen indeed. Thank you for doing as I have asked. The reward I'm going to give you this time has an unusual effect. With it, you'll be able to create Pale Rider, a persona with an affinity for the Death Arcana. If you are strong enough to control this persona, then please give it a try. So as we complete these, we get the Torn Black Cloth. We will also be unlocking new persona, which is going to be great, actually, because we're going to need those in order to finish the compendium, which I will be doing off screen. Okay, so now we have this one here, the Oberon level 17 plus. In this case, I've already pulled the persona that we need. We could also, if you've already created it, you can just pull it from your compendium. In this case, we just need to use a Jack Frost and an Alp here. The base level is 15, but given the fact that we are level 9 social link, means that we will gain the 2 levels pretty quick for this one. We're gonna be maxing out the social link pretty soon, so don't worry too much about that. I haven't forgotten it. I think we only have one day that we can actually complete it, and we happen to get it, so we're good. Now, one of the interesting things about this particular quest, and as some of these requests in this game, is it's a level requirement, not a skill requirement, which is interesting to me. It's different than like Persona 4, where all of them are skill-based. Ah, an Oberon, and he is at the requested level. Did you know that the personas are other facets of your personality? As they grow, so do you. However, the rate at which they grow depends more on your social links than on your fighting ability. I suggest you make many friends and deepen the bonds you've established. All right, and we get a winter outfit for Akihiko. Real quick, these quests were like super early in the game, so he's kind of lecturing us on stuff we already know. All right, so now we need a Vetala with Maragi. So let's go ahead and grab that. Let me grab the persona I need. I think in this case, we actually do have a card. So if you already have that persona, you could just use the card. Okay, card or persona grabbed. We've got Take Mitama, Jack Frost, and Pyro Jack. I didn't think we were gonna get it, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to use a card after this. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and fuse him on up. I think he uses a lot of element. Not element. That's not what I'm looking for. Affliction stuff. So like fear and that kind of thing. He's got provoke. He's got rage boost. Rebellion in there. I think he's got Tentrofu. He's got foul breath, which I'm not particularly interested. So as a persona, he's not really my thing, but that's okay. Oh, interesting. Another dodge slash. We get a kill rush card from him. It's just not really my thing. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. But we do have a card. No, go ahead and just leave that alone, please, and let us finish. So let's go ahead and use the card that we have. Let me out, Theodore. We do have a lot of cards. One of the things I do tend to do throughout the game is collect these cards and not use them, because it's just how I roll. Anyway, let's go ahead and give him the Maragi that he's looking for. Yeah, I don't think provoke is the best thing to have. In fact, I don't think I've ever really used provoke. Why would I want them to do more damage to me? I noticed that you have a Vetala and he has learned Maragi. Well done, you have fulfilled my request. I have a different reward for you this time. With this, you will be able to create the persona King Frost. If you're strong enough to control this persona, then give it a try. Please take this as your reward. And we get the sugar key. I don't know what to do with that. All right, so now we have another quest. Oh, there it is. We need an Orthrus with dodge slash. I think we actually already have Orthrus in our, in fact, I know we do because I've seen it. It's a hanged man one, but it doesn't have dodge slash. So let me grab the persona that we need in order to fuse one that does. Okay, let's see if we can get that persona fused. We've got Ares, Queen Mob, and in here somewhere we also have Valkyrie. There's the dodge slash. I think that's one of the ones that gets pulled automatically. So let's go ahead and fuse up this little guy. He's not really little. I actually don't know what he is. Terrifying. Well, anything with 2 heads and a long... Like, what kind of tail is that? Like, dragon tail type thing? Let's see, he's got a fire boost. That's not particularly useful here, so... One of the skills that I don't particularly use a lot of are these moon-based ones. I think they've mostly gotten rid of those quests, or those skills in later games, but I've never quite figured them out, to be completely honest with you. I don't pay enough attention to the moon, I guess. I see that you have an Orthrus that has learned the skill Dodge Slash. Well done indeed, you have fulfilled my request. My reward this time is something that your friend should become acquainted with. However, in hindsight, it may be a little too revealing. And we get the winter outfit for Yukari. Why is that revealing? All right, anyway, we have another one here. This one is Oumitsunu. We need him to be level 33. I don't recall off the top of my head what type of persona he is, but we may actually already have him. There he is, right there. And he's level 34. We've already created one of those. If you don't have one, just throw Ares, Chimera, and I cannot pronounce that name off the top of my head. Let's see here. This persona. This one right here. Throw Ares, him, and Chimera in, and you can create who we need. So let's go ahead and just grab that guy. I noticed you have an Oumitsunu, and it has reached a sufficient level. It is an impressive persona. You have done well. I have an interesting reward for you. With it, you will be able to create Nara Taishi. If you're strong enough to control this persona, then please give it a try. All right, and we get the machine core. All right, next quest. Some of these, that's the compendium. Some of these quests are rather easy. We have create a Black Frost. Okay, so this one's a little different because we're starting to get into the non-random fusions. Black Frost is actually in here, and we need King Frost, Jack Frost, Pyro Jack, and Queen Mob. And actually we have all of those persona, I think, except... No, we do. We don't have King Frost. That's the only one that we don't have. So let me grab the persona. I need to fuse him. Okay, persona grabbed. So we want to go ahead and fuse a couple persona first. We've got the Sadie and the Narcissus for King Frost, who's going to be level 30 to start out with. I love King Frost. He's adorable looking. I don't know, like... Obviously the whole key thing has to do with the fact that he's locked. Like he's holding a key. I don't know. Yeah, go ahead and just leave the dodge fire in there. Growth allows your persona to grow even if you're not using them, which can be pretty useful for certain persona. Okay, so now that we've done all that, I already have the other 3 persona grabbed, so we will be able to make Black Frost here, King Frost, Jack Frost, Pyro Jack, and Queen Mob. So let's go ahead and fuse him up. Again, another fun persona that I actually really like. Oh, this is the first time we've done any special fusions. I mean, it does the exact same thing as we previously have done. So this is the only one I'm going to show off that's in this group that does the special fusion, because they're all the same. So. If I remember correctly, was it Black Frost that was the one that was like super depressing? His story, if I remember correctly, it is where he's like, he wishes to have a friend, if only for a day, essentially. And he does actually have a friend for a day, but then afterwards the friend leaves because it was only for a day, and then he's depressed, like even more depressed, because he's learned what having a friend is like. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here, and let's go ahead and turn this quest in. That persona I see within you. It must be Black Frost. I have heard of his sad tale before. I can sense a kind of cuteness from it, tempered with wickedness out of the depths of the soul. I'm sure there are other personas I've never encountered sleeping deep within the human psyche. Please take this as your reward. All right, so we get a baseball jersey, and we have another new quest available. So this time, we need to make this one, Girimehkala, I'm guessing? I don't know. So let's go ahead and, is this one we've already created off the top of my head? I don't really remember, but let me grab the persona. I don't think I have. Let me grab the persona I need to create it. Okay, a little bit of prep work before we get going. First of all, we need to fuse these two together to get Gur, because apparently we haven't fused that one. Gur is actually I don't know how I missed this persona, but it's fine. It's fine. And the reason we need to do that is because this persona that we're going to be fusing next is actually a four persona fusion as well. I thought it wasn't, but I was wrong. I think from all the way out from here, they're special ones. So yeah, let's just do this. Okay, so we're still going. We got a little too many levels there. So we need to get Gur. We needed these 3 persona as well. Actually, you know what? Just go over here. It's this one here. We need Gur, Rangda, Vetala, and Tarukaja. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing any of these correctly, but this is what we need in order to fuse this guy. He is a moon persona. I think that's why he has all those moon skills that just got pulled over. I think that's why. I don't know, maybe we're just special. Hey, he's got the 2. He's got the Getsu Ie and the Zanye. Yeah, go ahead, cleave. We don't need to cleave. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing those correctly. But yeah, those are the moon skills. I don't really care for them, to be honest. I don't think we need that. I try to not be enraged on a regular basis. Oh, he is weak to light. I just realized. I'm like, survive light? I didn't realize. Yep, nope, that checks out. Okay, but that's all we needed from that. So let's get out of here. I sense that is it Girimehkala? I don't know. Now resides within you. Amazing, you fulfilled my request. I have prepared a special reward for you once again. With it, you will be able to create, is it Nebiros? If you're strong enough to control this persona, then please give it a try. I'm not particularly familiar with how to pronounce all of the persona names. I try. Anyway, we have another persona here. This one, I believe, is a much more complicated one. I believe it is a pentagon spread. Yes, it is. And we need Mithra and the Arakushi, Saki, and Nigi Mitamas. So that's 5 persona. I don't think we have all of those. So let's see what we've got, and I'll be right back. Okay, back to fusion. We've got all 5 persona that we need. Oh my god, look at those level differences. And we can now fuse this guy. Looks like he's coming with a bunch of Hana skills. My goodness, I forgot what this guy had. So, but yeah, this is I think our first 5. So you can see that it's the pentagon. Pretty cool. It's the same thing as all the other ones. At least it doesn't fail. I don't know if the cross and higher ones fail. Last time I had a failure, it was Loki, and I'm not entirely surprised about that, to be honest. Now, I think a lot of these higher fusion persona have some special skills. Like I think this Samsara one here, which has a light skill. I think this is a special skill. I don't know if it can be passed on, because I don't recall if it can. So that's actually very interesting to see. I think there's a few, like there's I think Ragnarok is a skill that's special. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but at the end of the day, it's very cool. Let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's just put that. That Null Dark basically makes him very powerful because now he doesn't have a weakness. Okay, well, let's go ahead and turn that in then. It seems, is it Daisoujou? I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Now resides within you. That is a persona that is hard to come by even through fusion. Indeed, it must have taken some doing to obtain. It wasn't that big of a deal. Yet you added it to your repertoire so easily. You were quickly becoming a master of the art of fusion. This reward should be something that one of your friends will be able to use. Please try making use of it. And we get the winter outfit for Ken. I don't know if these are going to be good enough to use at the moment. I'll have to go double check. Anyway, now we have Alice with Megido. Now, I actually have Megido as a card, so I'm not too worried about it. But it is possible to get Alice with nope. She's a hexagon? Nope. She's a crossbred. Yeah, there she is. We need Lilith, Pixie, Nata, Taishi, and Narcissus. I think the only one we're missing is the Chariot, because I believe that is one that we just unlocked. But I think we confused that one, so let me grab all those persona. Okay, let's see if we can't get this to work. First things first, we've got this persona here, Oberon, that we just fused, and we're gonna pop it in. Ooh, actually with either of these. I was hoping to get... looks like Megido does not want to pass. I think there's a way to do and get the skills to change. But to be completely honest with you, I don't know exactly how to, because this is not changing at all. And I don't think if I exit out of here... oh, there it is. Okay, so yeah, so just exit out of the fusion and then you're good to go. Look at that! That's all you gotta do. I was trying to remember how exactly to do that. But I think it was Decabria that actually had the Megido skill, so make sure you bring that along, because that's gonna be our key to passing along that skill. It's been a hot minute since I've had to actually pass skills on in this game, so I couldn't remember exactly how to do that. I think it was, is it 4 that allows you to choose? I don't remember. Let's see here. Medium slash, let's see. Medium strike. Let's go ahead and just replace this one then. I don't think we're ever going to be using this persona. I just want to have it be all pretty and stuff. No! No, 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 no. Leave it alone. Do not touch. I'll fight you. I'll fight with you. Wait, what? Let's see here. Okay, so I think now we have all the persona that we need to fuse Alice. So we do want, if we can, let's exit out. Is it actually changing? Hang on. It looks like it's changing. Can you... Let's see if I can't get the skill to pass on. Hang on a second. Okay, so the skills change, but I've been like sitting here like waiting for it to show up. I'm done. I'm done waiting. We'll just use a card. That's how, but you just back out until it happens, and yeah. Okay, so this is Alice. So Alice's special skill is Die For Me. Let's see if we can't get there. I'd like to read this skill. Yeah, that's fine. Distress boost. Okay. She is a death persona. I kind of like the fact that Alice is a character here. Here we go. So now we can look at the Die For Me. Yeah, darkness, instant kill. This is the opposite of the other one, which I think to be very interesting. I actually really like that. She's a really good I really enjoy her as a persona. So, ooh, she's growth 3. That'll make this really nice. We don't need the repel dark skill on her, so I'm not going to keep that. And she can get Muda boost on top of that, which makes her even more powerful when it comes to dark attacks. So that's cool. Anyway, so yeah, I actually do have... I don't remember which persona gave this to me, but I have a couple of these cards. So let's go ahead and just teach her Megido. If you can't get it to transfer over, otherwise just, like I said, back out, go back in, back out, go back in. Eventually it has to pass through, right? Whatever. I see that you have Alice with you and that she has the skill Megido. Impressive. Congratulations, you fulfilled my request. You're one step closer to mastering the art of fusion. I believe I have something you may like. With it, you'll be able to create Lilith. She's an extremely strong persona. I'm sure she'll be a big help to you. And we get the lily petal, and we are going to want to create her. I think we have to create her at some point in time. All right, so this time, right here, we need to have, to get her, I think... Let me double check here. I don't recall. I think she is a cross. Let me double check here. There she is. So we need Lilith, Vetala, Incubus, and Succubus. So that's 4 4 devil persona, and I think we have all of those, so let me grab them. All right, we have all of our persona. In order to get the Mabufudyne, or however you want to pronounce it today, that was the Yankee way to say it. I wanted to get that on to Succubus. In order to get that onto Succubus, I fused Gabriel along with Aramitama. And then just refreshed until I got the skill that I needed. And then we're gonna have to do the same thing here. We're gonna go down to Lilith. We wanna make sure that gets passed. So obviously we have to back, for this one we have to back all the way out to get it. So this is gonna take a while, but I'm gonna just, I don't have a card for this one. So we're gonna have to basically back out and go back in. If I keep trying to make Black Frost, I'm going to explode. So let me do that, and I don't know. Let's see how long it takes. No, not that long, but there it is. So let's go ahead and fuse her up. I love her design. Obviously she is a reference to the Garden of Eden, and Lilith was apparently Adam's first, I don't know what to call, they weren't husband and wife, before Eve, and obviously she was, for whatever reason, booted out long before Adam and Eve were. You know, that's the reference to the snake. The fact that she kind of looks like a snake herself, which is very interesting to me. I don't really want to keep the break skills. I'm not too worried about those. Ooh, the absorb wind though would be great. Anyway, but we got her skill, so hooray! Let's go ahead and get out of here and finish this quest up. I see that you have Lilith with you, and she has the skill Mabufudyne. Mabufudyne. Man, I am not doing well today. She is much stronger than she appears. I am impressed you can control her. Magnificent, you have fulfilled my request. Please take this as your reward. And we get a sacrificial idol. Alright, so I think we have one more that we have to do, and I think this is basically it, but we need a Loki that's level 63 or above. I actually have a Loki at level 63, but if you don't have him, you can fuse Ose here along with this one, the Decabria. Decarabia. There we go. And that will get you a Loki that's higher than level 63. The reason I even have a Loki level 63 or higher is because I had a fusion fail and Loki came out of it. So, I see you have Loki with you and he is at sufficient level. This request has been fulfilled magnificently. This is the last of my requests for particular personas. I have asked you to create 12 different personas through fusion. You have done so impressively, and in the process expanded your arsenal of personas. And now I will reward you with the perfect thing that will assist you. With it, you'll be able to create Masakado. No, that's correct. Masakado via fusion. Masakado is unbelievably strong, and you will need to be equally powerful to control him, but I'm sure you're up to the challenge. I'd like to thank you for indulging my curiosities in seeing these various personas. And we get as a reward that persona. And I think that's a high level fusion, is it not? Guess it's not. I thought it was a high level. Oh, it's right here. It's level 73, which we actually can, in fact, fuse. Now, one of the problems right now, obviously, that I have is that I'm not high enough level to actually fuse a lot of these persona. I need to be level 55 for Azura. I think the highest level one is Lucifer, not including other persona. There's some that we don't have access to because we haven't maxed out all of our social links yet. We'll get there. But I think at this point, there's two things that need to happen. One, I do want to work on my compendium. We're at 75%. We're really close to actually finishing it, but we need to get the rest of our persona fused, and we actually need to finish the rest of our social links. So what I want to do between this episode and next episode is I do want to probably grind at least a couple more levels. We do have more time in Tartarus that we're going to be spending, but I do want to kind of grind a little bit, probably do some of the fusions that I have access to. I'm thinking by the time we meet next, I want to be 80, 81, so that I have at least completed, or can complete up to Beelzebub here. Beelzebub? I actually don't know how to pronounce Beel. We're just gonna call him Beel. Yeah, we're not even gonna talk about what games I played on mobile, so don't worry about that. But I think at this point, we're pretty good to move on. I do want to fuse a lot of Persona. This is where we're at. This is a big old mess, to be honest. So I want to make sure that I have the Persona I need and that I can, in fact, fuse all of the things that I want. So next time, let's get out of here. I think there's only 2 quests left that I have, and those quests... Oh, I have 1 quest left, which is probably the hardest request of the game, and I do want to do this one. How much money did I use out of that? About 2 million yen, I think, or close to 2 million yen in order to fuse all those Persona. So anyway, that's all for today, folks. Hopefully this was as concise as I could make it, because it was quite a bit of a mess. I will see you all next time.